Don't bother with the clones. I have no idea what that's about. But, hello dear viewers, it's Willie Ladder back again for my second Minecraft video. In the last one, which is actually uploading for my end of time, it's at about 50%, but it's been uploading since about this time yesterday. So it's probably going to be at least until tomorrow that it uploads. It's like an hour and 18 minutes long. And yeah, YouTube is really backed up right now. It takes multiple days to upload something. But that seems to be what's going on. But anyway, Minecraft, and don't bother with the clones. What are the clones exactly? I'm a bit concerned about what the hell that means. I hope that's a reference to something like Star Wars. Clone Wars. Star Wars Clone Wars. I have no idea. Anyway. So, in my last video, I promised that I was going to show you how to make some Minecraft furniture. I'm a man of my word, and hang on, there's something on the floor. Oh, it's a Lego. What's a Lego doing there? Anyway. So, I promised I'd show you Minecraft furniture hacks, and I'm a man of my word. But I'm not just going to show you furniture, I'm just going to show you general stuff you can make in Minecraft. And all of these are relatively easy to make. So let me grab my controller, which is right here. And sorry, I'm really itchy right now. I don't know why. Maybe I need to put on lotion or something because I wasn't bitten by anything. It's just random itching. Well, anyway, let's jump right in it. And this time, there is an intro. Which, that in itself is quite unbelievable. Anyway, as you can see, I upgraded a little bit since last time you saw. I blast-proofed this wall, I added new machine guns, new cannons. But anyway, before we begin, I noticed that I didn't show you a few important things. So first of all, you never saw what this shop was. Well, if I can find the glow ink. Stables and Bulls books. I have no idea what that squelching sound was, but it's basically a play on words of Barnes and Nobles. Or Barnes and Noble. Whatever the hell it is. And this backwards bouncing cat. This backward bouncing cat I am concerned for. Anyway, it's basically just this bookstore. That's conspicuous. That's extremely conspicuous. That's very conspicuous. Anyway, so we have this, blah blah blah. And if anyone ever needs a little quieting, anyway, let's pop out of here and get to our building. And our first build is the sink. Yes, we have room for a sink. If this villager will just get off the freaking kitchen counter. I don't know why I'm not bringing that. Anyway. Scoot. Workspace. No idea what the hell are even these lanterns for? They're not even lined up properly. should be lined up like that. Any freaking way. So let's remove this old cauldron, which used to be the sink. So to build just a singular sink, you'll need a few things. You'll need one dispenser, one hopper, a water bucket, a lever, and whatever you want to use to stop everything from getting waterlogged. Because there are already dark oak trapdoors here, that's what we're going to use, but you can also use stairs, blocks, whatever. I just recommend using trapdoors because that way you can fit a sink into most spaces. But if you fit it into a counter, then technically you do have like blocks or stairs at some point. I don't know why I'm so itchy right now. It's astounding. So, step one, you remove a block behind where your sink is going to be, basically like the bowl of your sink is going to be. And that's where you place your dispenser. Now, crouch and click to place your hopper here. Now, place your trapdoors now, because you're about to add the activation mechanism that makes this sink sink. So now you add your lever. And as you can see, that clicks. Now the final step is, well, you can put it in directly. And just so I don't accidentally risk flooding something, I'm just gonna throw this into the hopper. So now, when I pull the lever, it fills up with water. It's a pretty simple build. It's not that complex. But the functionality, I think, adds a whole lot to your Minecraft world. You just have a cool little functional sink. Now, let me patch up the weird cobble spot I put behind here. If I can even get here. Yeah, that looks weird. I'll just put these spruce trapdoors down. And I'll get right back to you. Or just place them like this and then just... yeah. Onward! Build number 2. As you can see, we're back in the same building. And why is that? Oh, because we're going to remove this loom and place something. We're going to remove these looms and place something that a lot of people like. Now first, let's just put a new loom somewhere. Because I don't want to deprive these peoples of the livelihoods. I don't know why I call them peoples. They're all villagers. They're not one... I forget, I'm confusing myself. But anyway, the point is, we're going to place these looms somewhere. I suppose it's there. And now we're gonna put something special here. Now, what we're making is sushi. Now, since we're making like 2, well, it's not sushi actually, it's rice bowls because it's a bit big to be sushi, but we're gonna make 2 rice bowls. But if you want to make one, just cut the materials a little bit, do some of your own math. I'm not doing math for you, I'm too itchy right now, I got bit by a mosquito. Anyway, to do this, you are going to need the following materials. You're going to need 2 iron trapdoors. 4 armor stands. 2 skulls. Not wither skulls, specifically regular old skeleton skulls. Using wither skeleton skulls will ruin the whole thing. another type of trapdoor, but it has to be solid and not see-through in any way. So I'm going to use spruce. And since the dimensions of what we're doing here, we're going to need 5 trapdoors. And then the final thing we need, we kind of have to dye. Now, since I'm in bedrock, I have to use a cauldron for this. So first, what you need to do is you take a cauldron and you fill it with water. Then grab your black dye and chuck it in the mix. Now you need to take a 2 leather caps and dye them. Now you're only going to see 1 cap dyed because obviously, you know, Minecraft rules. So anyway, once you've done that, your basic ingredients: 2 iron trapdoors, 4 armor stands, 2 skeleton and skulls, 5 trapdoors, and 2 black dyed leather helmets. So first you need to dig out this, which creates a really awkward situation, which I need to fix real quick. So before we begin, what I realized I gotta do for this is if I can climb slabs like an old person. Awkward. I'm sorry, engines. I suppose it does make a little more sense. See, I told you sheep could climb ladders. But he told you in the last video. Anyway, what you're gonna do is place your iron trapdoors down there. What you actually have to do first is you place your trapdoors like this. Don't know why I just did. So you have your nice little weird table. Then you place 2 armor stands on top of that, and you switch them into the second. Remember, boys, leather caps first, and don't place the leather cap on your freaking head, like I did just then, because I'm an idiot. Now, second one is with the skulls. My God, I'm an idiot. Okay, now that you've done that, you can unleash that. And it's finally done after all my bloopering. You have a couple of tasty looking rice bowls. And I even like rice. I have to admit, it looks pretty good. Now obviously you have this little part sticking out, but other than that, it's pretty brilliant furniture hack. It generally look like you have rice bowls, and don't worry about the underside if this is an elevated structure, because now you have this cool looking thing that looks kind of like a vent. But I didn't cover it up fully, so let me just grab another slab. Whoop. And on to the next build. You likely have no idea where you are right now. Well, we're in another creative world, which focuses on more modern stuff, but it's far less developed. As you can see, you only get to see this one room because I'm pretty much covered it in curtains. But anyway, so let's say it's a hot summer's day, and you want to cool off. You need an air conditioner, which you probably only have if you live in somewhere hot, like turns out in places like Britain, most people don't have air conditioners. Which, as a person who lives in the southern United States, I cannot possibly imagine living without air conditioning. But the point is, in a hot summer's day, you need air conditioning. How do you get an air conditioner? Well, this is a bit of a multi-step build. So step one, you build the indoor portion. And here is how. So this depends really on how big your window is. Since the window I'm working with is 5 big, we are going to need, if I can find them, because I'm an idiot. I apologize, my brain is not working. Now, oh my god, brain. Anyway, you're going to need 5 looms for a window this big, but you can also do like more or less depending on how big your window is. But you're going to place your 5 looms right there. Just like that. Now you're going to need a bit of quartz. So you're gonna need stairs and slabs. So grab your stairs. I don't know whether you will use 1 or 2. So just grab either of those amounts, 1 or 2, and place your stairs like this or just this. I'm gonna make it like this because that's how it was before. And now you're gonna need 2 to 3 slabs depending on how you did your stairs. If you only have 1 stair, then you need 3 slabs. If you have the 2 stairs, you only need 2 slabs. And you place that like that with quartz, and that's good. Now, to top it off, you need not quartz bricks. You need a regular old block of quartz. It goes right here. But let me maybe use. A minute, what's the difference? Barely is 1. I'll get the difference, but anyway. Place your quartz block there. And this is starting to look like something. Now, grab iron trapdoors. In our case, 5 to span the little window area. And you place your 5 iron trapdoors like that, and now it really looks like an air conditioner. Now, to top off that style, you should add an item frame of some kind. I'm going to use a glow item frame because it's cool and modern. And finally, you top that off with some dyed glass. I'm just going to do white stained glass. And voila, you have this little nice looking indoor air conditioner thing going on here. That looks nice and cool. But the problem is, it's not outdoors too, because the air conditioners show outdoors too. So we're going to real quickly zoop over to the outside of the building. Zoop. We have this little thing going on here. Those are our looms. This is the part where we build the exterior of the air conditioner. Now there's a special pattern you have to do. Now you can only use it if you have an odd number of air conditioner sort of blocks, but anyway. What you're going to need, I think this time I can find it, and this would be pretty stupid. Alright, what you're going to need is you're going to need stone cutters and blast furnaces. So you place your stone cutters here and here, and you place your blast furnaces here, like so. As you can see, we have this sort of pattern. This only works if you have an odd number. If you have an even number, just make it all blast furnaces. But since we have an odd number, we can add the stone cutters for the nice sort of spinning fan effect, which I talked about in the last video. Now real quick, we're going to add a couple of iron bars, literally 2 iron bars here. And that makes this nice and like this. And now we're going to have to place temporary blocks for this last bit. We're going to place a couple of, like 5 blink signs. So our temporary blocks are white concrete. So crouch and place that because we don't want to accidentally interact with the furnaces and the stone cutters. But once we've placed our twisted signs, which is the way I generally recommend using for this, once we place our twisted signs, we have a legitimate block of air conditioning right here. So that's our air conditioner design. It was invented by EY Streaming and improved by me, because I add this little outdoor bit, which can be seen from the outside of the building. Now I'm gonna sip with my drink. Oop, let's set time of the day. Because the sun's setting and let's be honest, this is all rather better enjoying the sunny atmosphere. Anyway, you might be wondering,
Wieldy lasts 30.
why are you in your snazzy little mansion? Well, first of all, I have this emergency exit that I never showed you before. And yes, it really is an emergency exit. I guess need to open some trap doors. But other than the emergency exit, I have another very special build to show you. That doesn't look right. But anyway, we're gonna pop back inside. Anyway, I want to show you how to make your very own working chiming clock. Because in the creative tour we did yesterday, you saw that I had a working one in my house. So that's what we're building today. To build a working clock in Minecraft, you're going to need either dark oak stairs or dark oak slabs. I just grabbed 64 for some reason, but anyway, I use a stair. You're also going to need trapdoors. Trapdoors without any transparency, so like dark oak. A bell, which means you can probably only build this in creative unless you steal some village's bell. So warning, if you want to build all this in survival mode, just skip this one. But you can still save it for creative, so go ahead. I'm trigger warning, not doctor. I'm trigger warning, not cop. Why the hell did I say doctor? Anyway, what else you're gonna need is an observer and a daylight sensor. I think that's all I need, but anyway, step 1 is place your stair or slab right there where you want to put your clock. Now, above it, you place your observer. And you're going to place the bell sort of right directly under the observer. Now, before we place the sensor on top, we're just gonna place our trapdoors here. Just to sort of give it the pizzazz now. Because as you can see, it looks like a clock. And now it actually chimes when the time of day changes. But the problem with it is, you can't see the exact time. But there's a solution to that. You take an item frame of some kind, gold item frame, and what you do is you grab the other kind of clock, and now you have a working, chiming grandfather clock in Minecraft. It tells you the time, it chimes at the hour, like it just did. Now it's just this really snazzy build, and really special because, one, it works on its own. You don't need like any commands or nonsense. You just need an observer and a bell to make it chime, and the daylight sensor. And because of the clock, it actually tells the exact time. Now you could just have the practical structures, but I think the stairs and the trapdoors give it a nice sort of, nice, well, it's thundering. So if the power cuts out, don't blame me, but I'll keep filming afterward. Anyway, that is a nice, really nice sort of, grandfather clock. I don't know why it took me so long to say grandfather clock. But let us move on to another home in the village. Here's a cat for you. What am I doing in this random house? Well, what is a food that everyone has a strange affiliation with? Toast. We've all heard of toast. It's practically pop culture. Toast needs no introduction. I stuttered so bad. Anyway, as I said, toast needs no introduction, but in Minecraft, fun fact, there's no toast in Minecraft, which is a bit of a tragedy. But it doesn't have to be that way. And there's a legitimate reason for that. Now let me just move around these things to different angles so I actually fit a toaster in here without disrupting everything. Oh, there was charcoal in that. Did it just despawn? Oh shit. Let me just out of the blue grab 64 charcoal. Anyway. So, step one, you're going to need to make a banner to make your toaster. It's actually a really, not complex, it's pretty simple. Now, what you need is regular yellow banner and a bit of brown dye. That's going to be it. You can add extras, but you don't need to. Now what you do is place it here. And probably place like a trapdoor in front of it. Now, what you need to do next is put a slab on top of it, because it doesn't have any sort of space on up. So you have a great selection of slabs to choose from. What I like to do is take a waxed cut copper slab, wax because that way it won't oxidize. But you take that, and obviously this chair doesn't actually work. I have to remove that. But if we pops out like that, you legitimately have this nice little toaster here. It actually looks like it has toast in it, which is really cool. But now this man has nowhere to sit. Oh well, he can sit on the bed, that's what I just do. Anyway. Another thing you probably remember is that stupid washing machine I had. Does this look like a good place for it? Good place as any. I integrated that for some reason. But anyway, we're gonna remove that because it has no use since there's a library upstairs. And we're gonna build our little washing machine design. It is based on EY Stream's original design, which had some flaws. Anyway, what you're gonna need is like 2 hoppers, a dropper, not a dispenser, a dropper, specifically a dropper. You don't want to dispense anything, okay? And you're also going to need trapdoors. There's specifically 1 jungle trapdoor and 2 of another type trapdoor. It doesn't matter what kind of trapdoor it is. Now you're gonna need an iron pressure plate for this. Now, let's get started with the building. I'll tweak it as I go if I need to. As you can see, I have this really weird underground area. Kind of build on top of this. And yeah, I built on top of a bunch of caves. I know I'm a lunatic. But at least I'm lining them up. So anyway, let's come back from that. And we're just gonna fill this up with copper because it's the main kind of block I have here on hand, RN. And I just feel a lot more secure with this blocked off. Anyway, once you have a space like that, first place your dropper here, and place a hopper going into the dropper, and a hopper going into the other hopper. Now you place your 2 trapdoors like this. And then you put that trapdoor up there. Now, you might want to add some scaffolding, just for the sake of it. Pretty much just opens that. But as you can see, it takes forever to get to click. That opens that up by accident, but oh well. Well, a small problem I have is why can't I just you know? A door covering the exit of the clothes. Well, the problem is there's not enough room to do that in here, unfortunately. So that's how we're stuck. But it still sort of works. So let's say you have your dirty old iron chest plate full of dust from mining. You can pop it. Well, if you don't do that, you can pop it into there and boop. And that's your chest plate. Now I'm gonna throw it into the fire because we don't need it. Doesn't stop that. But anyway, that is a working washing machine. You can also use as a dryer. I don't know what it is, but basically cycles your items uselessly. It's just has sort of this nice decorational device. It works, but it doesn't have any purpose, is what I'm saying. Now, as long as I'm having a big brain right now, what other furniture hacks are there? Well, I came up with one right away. Right then. It actually only needs 2 pieces. So let's say you go into like any room, not the mat room preferably, I still have bad ill will towards that room. But anyway. A painting and iron trapdoor. So you're gonna have to place something here because you want to make sure it's a 1x1 painting. So you put their 1x1 painting here, the iron trapdoor there, and you have a nice little laptop. Very easy, very simple, but it looks like legitimately like a laptop. Now, since we got this painting, it's sort of got the chunky screen going on, but oh well. Now, we have one final thing we can build because this video is starting to drag on and I don't want it to be uploading for 2 days again, so allow me to find where I'm going to build the next one. Alright, here we have our final location. It's where we're going to build our last piece of furniture. And it's, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a bed and studying nook. Really simple, but it looks really good. No, we can't build it properly because we only have like 4 blocks wide of space. But we can get pretty close. Now what are you gonna need? You're gonna need bookshelves, oak wood, low beds, oak trapdoors, all the random jazz you could want. So basically, since we don't have a lot of space, we place these like so. I don't know why that existed. Anyway, we place these like this. Now, so this is sort of the first stage. So you got this little weird area. But what I'm gonna do is add a door real quick for some reason. And now it has this little door. The question is, why? Well, first, wow, my voice went really light there. Now we're gonna add wool, white wool back here. You'll see why later, but anyway. And just put a couple of trapdoors there to be like supporting it. Also place trapdoors along here for other reasons. Another thing you'll need is ladders. I know this is kind of a wonky step-by-step. But anyway, it's really not about you seeing the materials usually. It's about seeing how the materials are used, so bear with me here. So next you're going to need temporary blocks to place the beds on top of, so I'm just going to use these. And now, if you go in, you just kind of have to remove those. But now, you have beds. But they can be made a lot cozier. How? Well, we're gonna jump and place trapdoors like this. And then we're gonna get our white carpet, and this ties into another build hack you can use. You can use trapdoors, carpet, wool, and snow to make a really good looking bed. So pay close attention to this because I'm not gonna do this in your design, but I can show you some of the other designs I missed or these were derived from. So you place that like that, but you have that weird space that doesn't quite look like a pillow because it's not elevated. Well, what you do is you grab some top snow, which means this is way easier and creative, and you place 2 bits of top snow right there. Now obviously this is kind of attaching to the window, so what do you do when it starts attaching to the window? I don't like ladders on trapdoors, but ignoring that fact, so we'll put a trapdoor there to compensate. And now down here, what we're going to make is a nice little workspace. So we're going to integrate this with previous designs, and we just broke down here. Sorry. Anyway, workspaces are pretty easy to make. So what you're going to need is a crafting table, storage, so I recommend a barrel, and can put in a furnace, but won't make much sense in that position. So just fill it in with dark oak wood, whatever the building's made of. And now you grab some oak wood stairs, and you place them like that. Now let's just put this lantern here. Now, before I do anything else, can I put... Yes, so this ties into what I showed you earlier. Wait, that's top snow. And then you take the pressure plate, and that's why I showed you that design, because that was going to be relevant. Now, might find it cold in here at night, which is weird because there's a fireplace right there, if I can just get those kind of vibes. So to add a little extra warmth to the room, I want to add a nice little smoker, not necessarily a furnace because it doesn't feel as cozy, because it doesn't have the wood, I guess. This way you can still access your little barrel for storage. And let's give it a sort of vent system, which we can do by giving it hover, which I suppose will feed into it. Of course, now it looks like it's ventilating from the bed, but that's the best I got for you. Okay? Let's throw a blocks here. But anyway, now I have this really nice workspace, which I'm gonna fill with carpet real quick. But the question is, can you sleep in the beds? Which I'm sure you're kind of dying to know. And in fact, I don't even know myself right now. So I'm going to test that. Because I've had problems with trying to sleep in this design before. In the other house, which I probably told you about. Because we want to sleep in it, but I couldn't. So let's try it. So if we set the time to night. Now, the problem with this is, you can't sleep in the beds for some reason. Unfortunately, the main flaw of this design is you cannot sleep in the beds. Because they are quote-unquote obstructed. Now, you might be confused because I've made other beds for this design. But allow me to provide context and a cut. Alright, we're here, right? This is a similarly designed bed, right here. But the thing is, you actually can sleep in it. Now, what are the main differences? And don't worry that not sleeping correctly thing happens in all beds right now from being creative. I think the main difference is it doesn't have a computer and a lantern and stuff actually under the bed. It's regular blocks under the bed. I still don't know what the bed is obstructed by, which is weird. But anyway, as you can see, same design there, and it's the same problem for the original version at my house. Now let's not let the cat out. As you can see, a lot of the designs originated from here. I'm not going to be able to show all these today because the video is kind of dragging. But anyway, so this is the original version of it. As you can see, I have the double doors for some reason, and because it's actually warm feeling here, because there's not like a window right there, I have a jukebox instead of a furnace. Obviously, don't have like craft table and stuff on here. The point is, I can't sleep in these beds either because they're also obstructed. Now this makes slightly more sense here, but the thing is, I actually dug out when I built this. I dug out this area to try and be able to sleep there. It's just that this design of bed strangely does not allow sleeping. I legitimately don't know how to fix that. I'm sorry, it's a glitch. But anyway, that's all the furniture hacks I can show you for today because it's dragged on. And it's also like 6 p.m. for me. So, my name is Willie Lattice30. We have another bed right here in case we need to sleep. This one. But the point is thank you, dear viewers, so much for watching. It's been great showing you how to make your own furniture in Minecraft, and I'll be back with another episode sometime. But for now, goodbye! Wait, let me try that again then. Goodbye!